when I say something to you, I speak from experience.
Okay.
Not from just talking. A lot of people talk just to be impressive. When God allowed me to do that,
Yeah, see? He ain't just talking.
I realized that he has
Really doing more.
He took me to a place where few men has ever walked before.
Woo.
I took the organs out of a Caucasian.
Man.
I say, God, show me while I'm in this morgue, the difference between the so-called black man and the so-called white man. He says, there is none. Why do you attach yourself to being black? Africans don't call themselves black. They from this country, that country, this country, that country. They happen to be brown. Caucasians aren't white folks. They are pale. Why you give them reference to say they're white? Because you elevate them in your psyche. I took his organs out. I said, now make your move.
That's something to think about.
This is what an autopsy looked like, son.
Man.
Why are they racing to get to the mall?
Oh, look at that, y'all.
Why are they doing that? Talking about a beef because somebody say something? Listen. Again, great spirits will always encounter violent opposition from mediocre minds.
Man. If you had to just, or maybe if
the morgue is filled with the bodies of young boys.
Look at that, man.
15, 16. I want to show you a picture about one who was shot 14 times. He was only 14 years old. Why? Because his mama was using the drug that they supplied him with. He couldn't bring the money back, so they killed him. He ran home and fell dead in the door. He said, Mama, they're behind me. She opened the door. He fell dead in her arms. We go to process the crime scene. She crying. I said, shut up. You don't need to be crying. You are the perpetrator of his demise. You can't talk to me like that. I said, why not? Somebody should have spoke to you like this 20 years ago.
Woo, so let me get an understanding of what I gotta understand this. So the mother was doing drugs.
She was smoking whatever he was selling.
Okay.
He couldn't provide the money to the people who forwarded him the drug.
Fronted him the drug.
Whatever that is called.
Okay.
He saw them coming. He runs home. There's his picture. He's screaming, Mama, open the door. Open the door, Mama, open the door. She opened the door. He fell dead in her arms.
Whoa.
She's crying. We go to process the crime scene. I say, shut up. She said, you can't speak to me like that. I said, somebody should have spoke to you like that years ago. That's him in the black bag right there. 14-year-old kid. I'll never forget it. 14 times. I'm reading the Bible. Exodus 14:14 says, you shall hold your peace. The Lord shall fight for you. I want you to show me how to set up a podcast.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it, man. I'm definitely going to show him how to set up a podcast.
I want you to show me because I got some stuff to shake him that's going to shake this country. Listen to me good. They didn't intend, America knows that God has prepared you, me, to be the stewards of this country. We dropped the ball. We got elated when Obama was in office, thinking this boy was going to bless us.
Now, see, here's one thing for me. I didn't even get happy with him in there.
Follow me. They didn't start shooting black folks like animals until 2015. I was in Washington. I witnessed it. He didn't say a word from January till November. Then he said, if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin. That was a lie, but he said that to entice the itchy ears of a people who are lost in this society.
Yeah, I didn't get all caught up in the hype of Obama.
They shot us, and they ain't stopped shooting black folks yet. Police officers shoot you for anything these days. Anything. You got a broken light. So what? Give me a ticket. We have nobody to support us. You know why? Because once they walk through the threshold of Congress, the Capitol, the White House, or even the White House here, or even the Capitol here in Georgia, they become a patsy for the system that's inside the threshold. Whatever they say out here, that don't mean nothing.
Now, I want to add to this, though. I want to add something to what you said. Yes, I agree with you. You have a lot of police officers that do shoot a lot of black people.
Some of them don't. A lot of
but
them.
you don't have a lot. Guys. But then I also want to add on this, too, though. You have a lot of people out here that cause their own problems.
Yes, I agree.
They come,
all wrong.
When the police come up, sometimes, I'm not going to be moving under my seat. You have to have a sense of respect.
I was trained if it's night, turn on all the lights in your car. If it's daytime, you maintain respect because he represents the law of the land.
Yep.
So
I have to hold others accountable for their flaws too. Because it ain't always the police.
It ain't always, no.
Even though the police do piss me off a lot, I have to give credit when credit is due.
You married?
No.
Okay. Got a girlfriend?
Yes.
Has she ever pissed you off?
Yes.
Do you get along with her?
Yep.
Okay then.
That's just life, and that's why you are exactly right. That's why I say I tell people all the time we need police officers.
Yes.
Police officers are a necessity, and they are very necessary.
Yes.
The problem where it comes to an issue is the bad ones make the good ones look bad, and then they're all mixed into a pool.
That's just like me and you walk into that store right there, the Walmart, looking like we look now. Somebody in here, what's this? The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Somebody in there who is working in loss prevention, who is a thief, he'll start following me and you around because he, in his heart, I stole, so they might steal because they don't have a certain tie on.
Perception.
It's in his head.
That's how they create a perception of what a thief looks like and what a respective citizen looks like. That is all based on perception.
And then take this with you. A lawyer steals more with a briefcase than any man can steal with a gun.
But that is true there. Now, I agree with that. I have always said corporate thugs are worse than street thugs. A corporate thug can get you in, it's all considered legal.
I was speaking with a young lady on the phone in California a couple days ago. She's an Asian. Cultural differences.
That's another thing, yes.
Cultural differences.
Yep.
She's telling me how to invest in gold and how to profit even if you lose, you win. She sent me on the internet, told me how to do it on the internet.
It's a lot of knowledge, and you said it, cultural differences. What they teach in their culture versus what we're taught in our culture. It is a big difference. And a lot of people know how to win even if something loses. And we are not given the lack of information. That's why when I meet, just how you say you met the young lady, that's why I talk with people.
Woo.
Because knowledge is going to come from multiple different people. And if you're not willing to be open-minded and talk with somebody.
She says, I'm going to be your mentor, but you got to be a good student. That's what she says.
I like that. I'll be your mentor, but you got to be a good student. I like it. I like it.
So here's what I got to say. Psalms. Listen good. If you ever go into a church and the preacher said, turn to the chapter 1 of Psalm, that means he is unlearned in the knowledge of God. There's no such thing as chapter 1 of Psalm. Psalm were songs sung to praise God. These were all songs, not chapters. So, Psalm 37:4 says, delight yourself in the law of the Lord, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. Walk with God so dutifully that God knows what your desires are, and he would manifest his will to fulfill your desire.
I'm with it. Lord, I'm hearing everything you saying. Y'all don't know how hard. I take every blessing.
Woo!
I share it.
Woo! So when I saw the podcast, I said, let me go ask this little brother. Because Psalm 37:4 says, delight yourself in the law of the Lord, and I'll give you. Woo.
Man, boy, God talk to you. When people say God don't talk, God talk. You just got to be willing to listen, and you got to know where to get that.
There's a sign on the internet, there's a church that says, God is on the move. That's a wrong statement. That's a terrible statement.
Okay, explain on it.
When God gave us his son,
okay,
acceptance of his son saves us from all of our sin, because this boy went to the cross and he was sinless. That's called the hypostatic union. He was 100% God at all times and 100% man at all times. That would never happen again.
And I'm gonna add something to this. I don't like when I hear people say God is coming back. How's somebody gonna come back that's already here?
So here's what's happening. God has done everything that he is going to do. We got to align ourselves with his perfect will.
I agree.
He ain't on no move.
I agree. It's the most craziest thing.
Come on.
How you gonna tell somebody that created this whole earth that they coming back?
Come
and
on.
They move? That don't even make sense.
No. Listen, what's this? We are in the era of the internet. That does not mean that this era didn't exist when Moses them crossed the Red Sea. They just didn't have the wherewithal to bring it down.
Because everything they say that we have that's on earth, it was already here.
Electricity was available when they crossed the Red Sea. They didn't have the wherewithal to bring it down.
Man, you got to be willing to listen, man. Listen and learn.